What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we will do a special unboxing and review of the final TONALITE Earbuds. Huge shout out to Final for providing this review unit out for an honest unboxing and review. Let's go ahead and jump right in. First, the price of these guys. They are currently on a Kickstarter campaign. They're going in at $247 currently. I will leave links in the description below to the Kickstarter campaign. That way you can jump on this early bird price for these earbuds. As far as colorways go, they only come in black. No word on if they're going to be releasing any other colorways in the future. As far as Bluetooth version, Bluetooth version, they rock Bluetooth 5 or 6.0, sorry. And they have codec support of AAC, SBC, and LDAC. So you do have that high-res audio. As far as noise canceling, you got 3 different modes. You got your first mode, which is sound quality priority noise canceling. Then you have noise reduction priority noise canceling. And then you have your ambient sound mode. All right. So 3 different types of modes there with noise canceling for these. As far as battery life on the earbuds alone, in the sound quality mode, like the, noise canceling and everything, like for the noise canceling mode, rather, you can get up to 9 hours of playback time. In the general settings, in the personalized settings, you'll get up to 7 hours. Now, we'll talk about the personalized settings a little later in the video, so don't try to figure out what that is right now. As far as in the noise reduction mode, in the general settings, you get 7 hours, but they did not state exactly how many hours of battery life you would get if you're using personalized setting mode with noise canceling or not, or it's either that or in noise reduction, noise canceling does not work. I'm thinking that you cannot have noise reduction and noise canceling on at the same time. So I think that kind of cancels each other out. So that's my guess. And once I get more information on it, we will put it in the description, or we might even discover it later on in the noise canceling test here in the video, which will always be awesome. I like learning new stuff with you guys. All right. As far as with the case, you can get up to 27 hours, no matter what setting or you're using or what mode you're using, which is good. No fast wireless charging, no fast charging rather, has been listed for these earbuds for the case. You do have wireless charging for the cases, however. All right, charging time with the USB Type-C cable, and this is from going from 0 to 100 with the case. With the earbuds, I'm saying you can get up to, when the earbuds are at 0, you can get up to an hour and a half. Takes that long to get them to 100, but you include the case, you get up to also an hour and a half. So if the case is 0, it will take an hour and a half to get to 100. If the earbuds, you're putting them into the case and they're at 0, it will take an hour and a half for them to get to full power as well. Now, if you're using wireless charging, it would take 2.5 hours on both of them to get from 0 to 100%. As far as water resistance rating, these guys are rated IPX4, so you can have these in while at the gym or getting caught in light rain. No problem there at all. Now, as far as features go, each earbud, you got 2 10mm F-core for DTAS dynamic drivers. So you got 1 for each. You have 3 Infineon IM73A135 MEMS mics for noise canceling, noise reduction, and you have 1 mic for phone calls. You got, of course, the other modes. When I talk about the personalized modes, you got DTAS general, DTS personalized, and then of course you have a DTAS personalized for a guest, meaning someone else could use these earbuds and have their own setting, and then once you get them back, you can revert back to your own personal settings. So you don't have to worry about having to reset and trying to figure out exactly where you had your settings at. You can just go ahead and set up the guest option. They can go in there, set it up on the guest option, and then come back. And when you get them back, you will be able to just flip right back over to your settings that you've already had preset and continue to rock on, which I think is a really, really, really great idea to have in there. As also, you get a 10-band equalizer in the app. You got low latency mode, voice assistant compatibility for Siri, Google Assistant, and others. Touch controls, you got multi-point connectivity, and you got app support for Android. I believe it's what is it? It's Android 14 or higher, and as far as iOS, I think it's iOS operating system 17, iOS 17 and higher as far as the software. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these feature-packed, kind of future-forward type of earbuds. So let's get in here. Again, huge shout out to Final for providing these for unboxing. Let me grab my knife here. We got a little tape. All right, there we go. It's a sample use only, no commercial value. Told you this is a test unit here. So we're going to pull these out. TONALITE is the name. Again, nice presentation already. Final always has a pretty good presentation. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. All right, we've got, looks like our quick manual. And we have safety, precaution, warranty information. We have that here. It's always good to have. We'll come back to that. We've got the casing earbuds. We'll look at that in a second. Let's go in here. All right, we got the DTAS for personalized timbre. Okay, explore your DTAS here. All right. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have. We got Final branding on the back. All right. We've got for personalized timbre. Download the app to get started. We will do that in just a second. Looks like we got some AR marker stickers. Okay. And we have the headband. Okay, so what this is guess this is for testing and digitizing your sound. Well, what happened is we would have to use this headband and these stickers in combination and then run a scan through the app. We will definitely do this here live on the video here. So we will come back to that for sure. All right, and what else we got here? All right, we've got, it's like our ear tips. Let's see if we can get in here without screwing anything up. All right, there we go. We got ear tips. Nice silicone ear tips. You got a couple wings as well. Small, medium, and large ear tips. Or is that super small, small, and large? And then, of course, we got some replacement screens for the earbuds, you know, because they do you can tend to get them waxy and stuff like that. That is a possibility. So we got that there as well. And I think that's it. No USB Type-C charging cable or anything like that. Okay, so that's what we have here. So let's get this all cleaned up and out of the way. We'll come back to the DTAS testing and everything. We'll definitely do that for sure. But right now, we want to put that to the side. And let's take a look at the earbuds here themselves. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Got that classic Final look on it as far as the case goes. Matte finish, got that almost like that stone type look to it. Again, matte finish, no fingerprints. You got your Final logo and branding on the top. All right, on the back, you've got your USB Type-C charging port, your wireless charging at the bottom, so they will sit like that. Very nice. Go ahead and crack it open. Oh, okay. The LED charging lights are right here on the side. A unique look. Unique. Very unique. I thought it would be on the inside, but here is right here on the outside, on the side of it. My right, your left. Well, it'll be on your right too. So my bad. All right, so here we go. This inside, you got your pairing light here. And let's go ahead and take a look at these earbuds. Okay. I'm kind of digging it. It's got that stone feel, just matches the case. Final branding and logo, just like on the case. You got your wing here. We got the medium sized ear tips already on. I am actually liking just the aesthetic of these earbuds right out of the chute. Look at that. That looks amazing. I don't know why. I just really dig it. It's got that futuristic, some sci-fi type of look to it. You know, I'm a sci-fi man, so that's anything that looks futuristic, I'm all about it. But man, that just looks really, really good. I am really digging the stone type feel here. I'm really appreciating that. That looks really good. All right, and you got your it looks like you got a wear sensor here as well. So you got the in-ear detection. I think there's a little light flashing in there. Yep, as you can see, it's flashing through the camera. So it's trying to detect if there's that they're being worn. Very nice. So let's go ahead and pop these in real quick. We're gonna put them again, just right out of the box. We're gonna put these right in the ear. I'm already liking the way they sit. Let's go ahead and flip this camera. There we go, so you can see. All right, they already telling me they're ready to pair. They got them in the ear. They're ready to pair, but they feel good, nice and light. Even with the medium-sized ear tips in, they're not moving, and the medium wing not moving at all. They're really locked in nicely. All right, now they just powered off because I haven't paired them or anything like that. I got audible information on them, but they look very, very comfortable. They feel very comfortable. And again, I love the futuristic look of them. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put these back in the case. All right, we're going to pull this plastic off. There we go. And this plastic sticking to me. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up. I'm really digging them. I'm excited about this. And one more thing. Let me go ahead and flip the camera back. Here is your pairing button here at the top. It blended in nicely with the rest of it, but there's your pairing button if you want to pair them to a second device. But we'll walk through that later on here in the video. But like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up, and we're going to take a walk through their app. Okay? Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. Let's go ahead and get these guys paired up to the phone, and then we'll dive into the app. First, let's go ahead and see and get these open. Boom. All right, Google Fast Pair in the house. Nice. Let's go ahead and get these guys connected. No mention of Google Fast Pair in any of my information, but I'm really glad to see that it is in there. All right, let's go ahead and we're done with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and download the TONALITE app. We're going to use the QR code here. Let's go ahead and let's just grab my camera here. And we're going to go ahead and get that scan. Let me put this flat. Let's get it clear. All right, we got it. Let's go ahead and download. Looks like it's in the, okay, it did translate over. Nice. So let's go ahead, page looking. Oh, for some reason it's not allowing, it says it's not available right now. Very interesting. All right. So let me see. They say they do have it in the Google Play Store, so we're going to go into the Google Play Store. I tried using the QR code, but it's not there, so let's go ahead and take a look inside Google Play. Let's see. Let's see what the internal... Excuse me. ITE... Okay, there it is. Final TONALITE. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and install it. Okay, so I tried using the QR code, didn't work, but going directly to the store shows it up. Nice. Yeah, we'll use auto. No, yeah, let's use auto open when it's done. No, I don't want to do that because. All right, so now we'll go ahead and open it. All right, let's go through. Let's take a look. All right, we're gonna go and let's get confirmed in here. Get some. Wow. Let's get these guys out of the case. All right, right off the bat, there's a firmware update. So we're gonna go ahead and run that, and then we'll come back and take a look at the app. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. The update has completed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the app. All right, so right now we're gonna go through. It's showing us, explore personalized timber, your unique timber reproduction crafted just for you with DTAS. All right, so we will go in and deal with and check that out in just a little bit because I think this is very significant to these earbuds. All right, as always, a quick look. You got the name at the top. You got a picture of the earbuds. Here in the center, you got battery levels for both left and right earbud as well as the case. I like the fact that they include the case in the battery, in your battery readings here. Again, the DTAS, the digital service system or setup technology they have, is still awaiting setup. We're gonna go through that. That'll help with sound. We've got noise canceling. You got volume step optimizer. Basically, you can say exactly how loud you want these earbuds to be at max volume. Multi-point connection. You got the 10-band equalizer. You got touch control options there. And of course, you got the firmware update. Now up here in the upper right, if you hit that bar there, it'll take you into other services for you. You got user guide and support, the actual user manual, settings. You got app, language settings, and then about this app. Let's go ahead and click on settings real quick. Then you can go in here, you can do your gain setting and turn on and off low latency mode. All right, so it's fully loaded and everything. I'm very excited about this. All right, real quick. It's a very, very clean app. I like the way it looks. I love it as far as aesthetics and everything. Oh, by the way, up here in the upper right, you got messages and stuff where you can go out and take a look at that. You got different types of news and everything like that through Final and everything. Very, very nice. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn on Multipoint. All right, we're going to turn that on. And also, let me see, did it give you an option? Let's go into, okay, that's noise cancel. Let me see what it says in here. Okay, this is your step. All right, so we're not worried about volume step equalizer. Okay, you got your 10-band right there. I'm looking for the LDAC op, if it turn on LDAC or anything, but I don't see it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into, actually, let me bring that back. We're going to go into the settings here. I love how they already named it for me. Thanks, Google Fast Pair. And we're going to turn on LDAC. All right, so we got LDAC turned on. Let's go back into the app. Okay, Multipoint is turned on still as well. So you can use Multipoint and LDAC at the same time. Very nice. I know that's the question a lot of people are going to use or want to ask. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to test the Multipoint connectivity feature on here and see if we have auto switching. All right, we are back in. Let's go ahead and test the Multipoint connectivity feature on these earbuds. We already know we got these guys connected to the phone here. Let's go ahead and show you one more time. There they are. You can tell they're connected to the Z Fold 7. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and disconnect them. We're going to pop these guys. Well, we just turned off Bluetooth. Oh, wow. That was quick. I thought I had to dump them in the case. I didn't. They were right in the pairing. Google Fast Pair, very fast. I thought I had to dump them into the case. I didn't have to. Absolutely love it. They are now paired up onto the phone, onto the tablet. We got the slider for volume. We're done here. Now let's go back over and turn on the Bluetooth for my Z Fold 7. Man, that was fast. That was really fast. All right, let's go ahead and connect. All right, my watch connected. Still waiting on the earbuds. And boom, there they are. They're connected as well. So now we got them on the phone as well as on the Tab S11 Ultra. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and grab a couple videos. Let's jump in. Let's go get some content here. We'll grab one out of here. All right, we got that one set up on the phone. Let's go here to the tablet. And yes, as of the writing of this video, we did surpass, we did make it past to 10,000 subs. I'm very humbled. There will be a live stream coming in the next day or so. So we're going to celebrate. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to grab this one here. All right, let's grab that. Pull that up. Pause that. All right, so now we've got videos set up for both. Here, I'm going to lay that one flat so you guys can see it. All right, we're going to put the earbuds in. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start with the Z Fold 7. All right, we got audio out of there. All right, so now we're going to go ahead over to the S11 Ultra. All right, we got the audio there as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and press play on the excuse me, on the Z Fold 7 and see if the audio automatically switches from the tablet to the phone. Here we go. No, it does not. Although video is playing on both, I only hear the audio from the tablet. So if I pause here, now the audio, after a few seconds, the audio from the phone comes through. But there is no auto switching. Hopefully in a future update they can fix that. But Multipoint works with no problem. Again, not having auto switch available is not a deal breaker for me, but I do love the feature, and I do think that at this point in as far as earbuds and headphones go, right now here at the end of 2025, that thing should be commonplace throughout. But anyway, like I said, not a deal breaker. Multipoint works flawless. Let's continue. All right, we are back in. What we're gonna do now is test the mono mode feature on these earbuds rather. We're gonna see if we can listen to one while the other is in the case charging. We've got our Tab S11 Ultra up with video, so we got some audio playing. We're gonna go ahead and hit play there. All right, we got audio playing, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the right earbud and in the case and close it. Audio continues to play in the left earbud. Now, I thought there was a wear sensor on these, but there is no wear detection for these earbuds, so I stand corrected. All right, let's go ahead and pop these back in. All right. We got them up. I hit the pause button on there. I must have did something on the touch controls. All right, there we go. So now we're going to go ahead and take the left. Put that in the case, close it. Audio still continues to play uninterrupted. So you can use these individually, doubling the battery life of the earbuds. All right, next up is the touch control test. Now, inside the app, there are 3 different types. You got type A, type B, type C, then you can turn it off. There is no way that you can customize the touch controls, so they're all preset for you. You just choose which one best suits your needs. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and test it. I'm using type A in the settings. I think that one pretty much encapsulates what I want to do with the touch controls. So let's go ahead and check that out. We got audio playing, let's go ahead and hit play. All right, we got audio playing. So now a single press on either the left or right earbud will pause them. So we're going to start with the left. Single press, you get a nice little chime every time you touch the touch controls, so you know exactly how many you're doing. And as you can see, single press on the left, paused it. Let's hit one more time on the right. And it started to play again. All right, so now a double press on either one will take me to the next track. 1, 2. And I'm at the next track. Okay, I do it again. 1, 2 on the left. Takes me to the next track. Now a triple press on either one will take me to the previous track or the beginning of the current song. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Took me to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Now back at the previous track there. All right. So now you got the press and hold. Excuse me. The press and hold option there. You go press 1 and then hold it. It does the volume. As you can see, I'm on the left, so it's lowering it. Press and do it again for the right. And now it's raising it. Now, the good thing is that you can just press and hold it and just continue to hold it. And you saw that the volume is either going up constantly or down constantly, which is great. So now if you do, excuse me, there's one, quadruple press rather. 1, 2, 3, 4 gives me my voice assistant. What's the weather for tomorrow in Harrisburg, PA? All right. So my voice assistant works as well. And I guess let's see, is it I'm trying to remember what it is. That's not it. Okay. Now, if you long press, which is single one, I knew it was one I was forgetting. Sorry. You long press, it will cycle you between ambient sound and your noise canceling. So it doesn't, and it's on either one. It works perfectly. I was just in noise canceling and now I'm back in ambient sound, but it works flawlessly. And again, you get that nice little chime either way. I knew there was one I was forgetting, and I was glad I was able to pick that up here. But all the touch controls work. The only downside is that you can't program them yourself, but they do give you 3 presets. Let's continue. This is a mic test with the final TONALITE Earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the final TONALITE Earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the final TONALITE Earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the final TONALITE Earbuds in a crowded location. All right, we are out for a noise canceling test with the final TONALITE Earbuds. Sure you see them in. All right, we've got traffic and everything moving behind me up and down the streets here. We got a light wind, but very, very, very good testing bed here. So right now, let me pull out the app. We are in ambient. I don't know if you can see that. We are in ambient sound mode, and I can hear everything coming and going, traffic and everything. I can hear it all, and it's very, very clear. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and put these in noise canceling mode. All right, now noise canceling has been turned on, and it has gotten a lot quieter. All right, I can still slightly hear the traffic going back and forth behind me, but man, it's gotten a lot quieter than what it was in the ambient mode. Very, very impressed with these earbuds so far. Now, if I let me see, lost my train of thought there. But again, very quiet. I I would like them to be a little bit quieter as far as blocking out ambient sounds. But again, doing a wonderful job. Now, two things. I did switch out to the larger ear tips, the large size. Okay. And two is I'm not listening to any audio at the time of making this, shooting this test. I'm strictly going on the strength of the noise canceling software within the phone, within the earbuds rather. All right. So if I had to rate these on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolute trash, just terrible, and 10 being the absolute best sounding or best noise canceling earbuds out there, I'm good at giving these about a 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 will work. Very comfortable with that one there. So they're really good, but they could be better. 7.5 is comfortable. So this has been an ANC test for the final TONALITE earbuds. Pretty good. All right, we are back in for the sound test. We are back into the final TONALITE app. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and set up our personalized timbre as a DTAS, which stands for Digital Twin Audio Simulation. So we're going to go ahead and get that set up. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and click on this. And you got two different options here. As you can see, you got general and then personalized. You're going to set up a profile here. You can also set up a guest profile if you are going to have someone else using your earbuds. So we're going to go ahead and get started on ours here. So we're going to go click on start. All right, it's giving me some information here about DTAS for personalized timbre. Give you some more information in there. Let's go ahead and run over that real quick. DTAS for personalized timbre provides you personalized natural timbre precisely adapted to your individual physical features through head and ear tracking, ear scanning rather, and simulation in Final's proprietary virtual acoustic environment. Once the process is complete, you can switch to general profile or your personalized profile at any time. All right, so let's go ahead and hit next. All right, so there's a quick checklist before you start. You know, the entire process will take up to a half an hour to, you know, get it all set up and everything. You know, save points are available along the way in case you have to walk away and stuff like that. We can resume at a later date or a later time. Your smartphone must be at 40% battery, 40% battery. The front camera is functioning and accessible. EQ settings and audio effects on your smartphone are turned off. The smartphone is set to silent mode or another setting that disables notifications and sounds. All right, so we'll go ahead and take care of all that. And you are connected to a stable internet connection. So you want to make sure your Wi-Fi is squared away, make sure your battery's squared away, make sure everything's turned off that could interrupt this process. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and get started on that. And then we'll come back when it's done and we will go ahead and finish the sound test. All right, we're back in. I went ahead and finished the entire DTAS setup. I'm telling you, it's very detailed, but very, very clear. It covers all the bases. I actually like it. Like the fact that they have that. The only one that's anywhere close to having that type of setup for personalization and that comes to mind for me is the Denning Pro Pros. But it's a whole totally step-by-step procedure on how to do it. They guide you through it, and, you know, very well. I mean, there's no way that you can mess this up. And it gives you breakpoints. Say for instance, you want to do a certain part, you can, and once you complete that part, they give you an option to take a break, and then you can come back and resume it. The thing is that break only holds for 30 days. So you want to make sure you come back before 30 days is up, where it's going to wipe out everything you've gotten done up to that point, and possibly you would have to start over from the beginning. So just wanted to make sure that was noted in there as well. So if we go in to the DTAS, now I have it set up for, you got the general option here, okay, which grays out all of the profile of my profile settings here, and then you got personalized. Now it switches over. Now it allows me to do reference, or I could recalculate my profile if I wanted to. It depends on the scenario you want. So if I go to reference plus, that means I'm enhancing it, or I could reference minus and decrease what I'm listening, my profile, or I could just stay in reference. All right. Of course, like I said, you could always recalculate your profile once you have it done. Then again, you could set up a guest profile. Like if you're going to have someone else using your earbuds, but you don't want them screwing around with your own personal profile, you could set up a guest profile for that person or persons, and then they could go ahead and use that and modify it and everything to their liking from there. So I love that. That's a really great feature as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to test two ways, because if we back up, we do have a 10-band equalizer here. Okay. So both DTS sound and the personality their own individual. Okay. So the DTS has their own individual EQ, according to this is what it says. The DTS general and DTS personalized sound profiles have their own 10-band equalizer. So basically, each time you switch between them, then you're switching off the you automatically turn off the EQ. So, all right, so we're gonna do this. First things first. Let's go back over here. So we're in personalized. All right, good. So we're there. So now we go into EQ. Okay, and now we could turn on. It says up at the top, DTAS personalized. So if we turn that on, now this EQ setting is specifically for that profile. All right. I don't know if I can get it. That DTAS personalized, this EQ setting is specifically for that. All right. So we can go ahead and we're going to get this up and going here. Let's go ahead and pop these earbuds in. This is a very detailed app for these earbuds. All right. We got that locked in. Before we back in, let's make sure noise canceling. We have noise canceling on. All right, we're there. All right, let's go back in. Let me stop showing that. All right. So now we're in. Let's go ahead and get some music up before we continue. Let's go ahead and grab. I didn't want that one. I want this one. All right, so. All right, we're going to start off there with the acapella. Let's go back in. Now we're in our EQ settings. So let's go ahead and put me in the box. There we go. All right, so now I'm in the box here. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and we're going to hit play on some music. All right. Now we are at our optimal listening level. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and move. See how they respond. All right. I'm not hearing the difference with the mids and highs. Let's go back to the mids. I'm not really hearing the difference. Wait a minute. All right. I'm really not hearing a difference here. All right. All right. Now I'm hearing a difference on the low end. A little bit. All right, we got the V shape showing up here. We're going to save that. All right, so now that's my setting there. We're going to stick with that one for right now. Again, this is leaning more towards the mids and highs, a little bit more towards the more lighter sound of everything. I mean, the vocalist sounds nice and clear. Very clear. Background vocalists sound nice and clear as well. Good balance. Soundstage is nice, is decently sized, not too wide, but not too narrow, not too tight. But okay. All right. So I mean, you could, once I moved and once I got it set and saved, it started to sound a little bit more different. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a bass song here. I know a lot of people complain about the songs that I choose, but I choose them because of the bass, not because they're popular, not because of everybody's listening to them. It's because of what they give me, what they provide, and what I'm looking for. Which I'm looking for is a really good, solid bass songs, solid acapella songs, solid instrumental songs. That's what I look for. It doesn't matter who's listening to them or what, but that's what I look for because I'm trying to gauge exactly how instruments, vocals, and bass sound throughout headphones and earbuds. All right, so but I'm going to go ahead and entertain this one here. We're going to put this one up. We're going to go with Nipsey Hussle's Blue Laces 2. All right, so let's go ahead and try this one. And again, we have our EQ settings here. Let's see what's up. Okay. Not too powerful. Not too powerful. Not like it's like, knocking your door down. But it's smooth. Not bad. Okay. Wish it had a little bit more punch. I thought with the lows like that up this way, I thought maybe there might be something there. But man, let's go ahead and turn. Actually, you know what? Let's go into my let's turn this up. Okay. Let's go back to the minus reference. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. That brings the bass up a little more. Let's turn this up a little bit. Okay. Let's go back to reference plus. Okay. Let's see what. I like that bass. All right, let's go back to minus. Okay. Again, smooth, not overpowering, but definitely the presence is definitely known there in this song. Nice little rumble there. Okay. All right. Again, I like that type of bass. It was smooth, especially when it gave you that steady rumble. That was nice. That was nice. But again, I thought it had a little bit more punch. I'm gonna verify this. We're gonna go play another bass song real quick, and we're gonna verify if it's the earbuds or what. I'm thinking it's the earbuds, but let's go ahead and here we go. Again, now mids and highs. Vocalists sound nice and clear. Nice and clear. Nice. The piano's nice and crispy in the background. Okay, now we got the bass rumble. Smooth. Nice punch to it. Okay. All right, I'm getting a nice little low end rumble there. Okay. Remember, I had this up a little bit. All right. At my preferred listening level, I prefer these up a little higher, a couple notches higher. They're here. Okay. All right. Let me pause over here. All right. Now, I like the way these guys are sounding. With different types of bass. I had Nipsey Hussle. Now we have Pony Warenoy, and the consistency is there. I love it. It's smooth, not as uh, banging this upside your head type bass, but it's really, really clean. And that low end rumble on both of them is nice. It's subtle, not subtle, and subtle is the wrong word, but it is definitely, you definitely have that presence. It's like sort of tickling the ear canal, like something's creeping up on you type kind of bass. I like that. All right, we're gonna try one more bass song. I know I'm wearing this out, but we're gonna try one more bass song here. Let me flip back and get back in my box here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into. No, where you at? We go into. All right, now this is a little bit punchy. Again, not like bang bang, but you definitely feel it. You hear it. Again, soft, not soft, but smooth sounding. And on top of that, the vocalists are crystal clear. All right. Again, if you're a bass head, these aren't for you. I'm telling you. I mean, I like the bass. I love this, how smooth it is and how it's complementing the mids and highs. But if you're one of those guys that looking for that bass, that banger, that knock you upside your head type stuff, these ain't it. Now, if you're like for audio file and you like this with a nice clear mids and highs, and you like that nice subtle smooth bass in there, these are the headphones for you, or earbuds for you. I have no problem with these whatsoever. I love how these guys sound and how they've made it so that the bass is complementing the vocalist and everything. Nothing's overpowering anybody, but you can sit back and really enjoy. I mean, I'm a bass head. I love the thump, but I love how smooth it sounds with these earbuds. All right, so let's go ahead and get the instrumental song in real quick. I know I harped on the bass the bass issue a little bit long here in this video. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, we got Home by Kenny G. Again, high keys, nice and crisp. Again, the transition is there, but it's not as prominent. Again, these lead more to the mids and highs. Let's get back into my settings. Let's go. Now, we're going to reference minus. So now we should get a little bit more warmer sound. If we go back to reference, this is more of a balance, supposedly. Oh, man, that sounds good. Those mids and high, the piano sounds crisp. That saxophone sounds fantastic. All right, let's go to reference plus. Again, this leans more to the cooler side, the mids and highs, a little bit more amplified there. Yeah, I think I would just stick at reference, like right in the middle. I think I get the best sound overall. Oh, that sounds so clean. That saxophone sounds so good. All right, let me pause that. That saxophone sounds so good. Nice sound stage. Good balance with the keyboard. Again, like I said, the transition from the high to the low keys wasn't what I was hoping for. But being that these are more of an audiophile, in my opinion, more of an audiophile listener type earbud, they lean more to the timbre, which is more of your like mids and highs type of thing, from my understanding. Mids and highs type of listening, rather. So these are definitely for your audiophile. If you're looking for an earbud, audiophiles, yeah, definitely take a look at these, and they definitely are doing the job here. All right. Yeah, okay. We're going to stop the sound test right there because I could go on for other songs all the way through. You what? we're gonna stop right there. All right, so let's go ahead. This video is probably running a little long anyway. So let's go ahead and go into my likes and dislikes of the TONALITE earbuds. All right, we are back in for my likes and dislikes of the final TONALITE earbuds. And first, let's go ahead and dive into my dislikes. I only have two really. The one being no auto switching. You can't switch from one device to the other as far as your audio goes. They don't have that built in. Maybe with a firmware update that will become available. And also the fact that you cannot program your touch controls. They're all preset. You got 3 different options to choose from in the app, but you cannot go in and configure the earbuds, the touch controls, how you want to. Excuse me. I think that's a miss there, but definitely a dislike in my opinion for these. And I think that's basically the only 2 things that I do not like about these earbuds. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the likes. First of all, I love the look of the case. Reminds me of the headphones. I did a review for the final headphones. Which ones are those? Oh yeah, the UX 3000 XVs. Yeah, they have that same type of material on them as well. I like that matte, like almost stone look. It looks very, very classy in my opinion. I like the case is large, but it's thin, so it can definitely slide into a pocket, no problem. Like I said, it's kind of tall. If you're sitting it down on the table, it definitely is a tall case. But again, it's thin in stature, so it slides in and out of pockets with no issue. And you ain't got to worry about it getting scratched up with the finish on here too. That's always a good thing. All right, as far as the earbuds themselves, I absolutely love the way these, if I can get them out, I love the way these fit and feel in the ear. They're kind of large. They don't protrude out too much, but man, these are, I like the way they fit and feel with the ear tips on. I think I will just stay with their stock ear tips. I think I don't want to mess up any type of sound settings that they have built in with that DTAS personalization setting. So I would definitely just rock with them. But man, once you get these in and get these locked in, they are very, very comfortable. Especially with that ear tips, very comfortable. No ear irritation, no inner ear irritation at all. But man, they just feel really good in the ear as well. No problem with long-term usage, no long-term wearing at all. These are really good sounding, really good feeling earbuds. Let me see. Again, touch controls, although the fact that I have the dislike is that you cannot manipulate them or configure them the way you want. They are very responsive for what they are. They do answer or do respond to your touches very quickly and everything. Absolutely. I like the noise canceling. What's surprising to me, I thought they would, like, for how they did on the sound, they would kind of lack off on the noise canceling. No, noise canceling is pretty solid on these. I have no complaints there. There's always room for improvement in that category, but they're very solid. The sound on these, again, these are more for your audiophile listener. You want that rich, that clear mids and highs, crisp instruments, clear vocals and everything, and you want where there is like smooth, clean bass, not overpowering, not like really, not bass head type of sound, but clean, smooth, really good, complementing the mids and highs nicely and everything. Yeah, definitely these are the ones. These are that type of earbud, and absolutely, in my opinion. So again, a lot. Man, I'm very, very impressed with these earbuds. Again, audiophile style earbuds, definitely for those out there. All right, so I think that wraps up all of my likes and dislikes. Oh yeah, one more like Wireless charging on deck, absolutely. You start to get up here in these high dollar or these again nowadays where a lot of these earbuds are starting to not have wireless charging, but I guess, but yes, this one definitely has it out the box. I absolutely love it. All right, man. Let me see. Anything else? No, I think that's it for my likes and dislikes of the final TONALITE earbuds. Why do I keep calling them headphones? Earbuds. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So this has been an unboxing and review of the final TONALITE earbuds. Huge shout out to Final for reaching out and supplying these for an honest unboxing and review. As always, and like I said, I will leave a link to the Kickstarter program, campaign rather, in the link to, in the description box below rather. That way, if you're interested in these, you can go ahead and get in and pledge for these and get signed up so you can get a pair of these. I'm guarantee you, if you're an audiophile, you will not be disappointed with these earbuds. However, if you're a bass head, and you might want to look somewhere else for the type of thump that you want. I mean, you get clean bass out of this. Bass is not ignored at all, which is a really good thing. But for the bass heads out there, yeah, I would recommend another pair of earbuds for that type of listening. All right, again, I appreciate you guys coming out. If you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go and hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.